Welcome viewers, wherever you are following our broadcast. This is how I'd like to officially welcome you to Inside District number 13 on the District Premium platform, Foca Online TV. On Inside District number 13, we bring issues as it unfolds within the district. We place premium emphasis on issues District number 13 is confronted with. On Inside District number 13, we afford the opportunity to market dwellers, street vendors, keke riders, taxi drivers, school principals, school proprietors, students, and the disadvantaged youth. I am your host, Mohammed Kanneh. Join us every Thursday from 5 p.m. to 6 p.m. for the program Inside District number 13 on Foca Online TV.
Augut TV, bringing you innovation to broadcasting, news, views, comments, and analysis of issues happening in Liberia and the rest of the world. Augut TV, with check and balance, we break it as it unfolds. Augut TV, bringing you face-to-face with newsmakers in town. Augut TV, the best online platform in broadcasting. Augut TV, located at Topo Village, Somalia Drive, Liberia. Be the part and experience the best in online broadcasting. Keep Foca.
Welcome viewers, wherever you are following our broadcast. This is how I'd like to officially welcome you to Inside District number 13 on the District Premium platform, Foca Online TV. On Inside District number 13, we bring issues as it unfolds within the district. We place premium emphasis on issues District number 13 is confronted with. On Inside District number 13, we afford the opportunity to market dwellers, street vendors, keke riders, taxi drivers, school principals, school proprietors, students, and the disadvantaged youth. I am your host, Mohammed Kanneh. Join us every Thursday from 5 p.m. to 6 p.m. for the program Inside District number 13 on Foca Online TV.
Augut TV, bringing you innovation to broadcasting, news, views, comments, and analysis of issues happening in Liberia and the rest of the world. Augut TV, with check and balance, we break it as it unfolds. Augut TV, bringing you face-to-face with newsmakers in town. Augut TV, the best online platform in broadcasting. Augut TV, located at Topo Village, Somalia Drive, Liberia. Be the part and experience the best in online broadcasting. Keep Foca.
All right, so what a pleasant way to welcome you back. Yeah. So what a pleasant way to welcome you back. You know, been a long time, been a while, been off the airwave. Most especially, I have been off the airwave for a longer period of time, for months. So it's good to be back. So we are back here with a brand new edition of the program Inside District number 13. This is the program that places a spotlight on issues the district is confronted with. What are those issues the people within the district? What are those issues the people within the district are confronted with? It is on the program Inside District number 13. So it's good being back here. My apology to all of my many listeners, those who normally turn into the show Inside District number 13 whenever we sit behind the microphone to make the case of the people within the district. So my sincere apologies to every one of you. So we are here now for good, and we can rest assured you that we're going to be here and we not go anywhere. We're going to be here, definitely. We will definitely remain right here. So there are a lot of issues. When we were away, there were a lot of things. There are a lot of issues the people within the district are confronted with. And it is our responsibility to talk about it. It is our responsibility to flag these issues to the public, that such an issue will draw the attention of national government. It is our responsibility to do such. So while we were away, there were a lot of things. There were a lot of things that happened within the district. There are a lot of things happening in the country at the national level. Yes, there are a lot of things happening, and it is our responsibility to talk about these things that are happening, all those things that happened while we were away, while we were not on the platform, while we were not seated here. It is our responsibility when we have been given the opportunity to sit on the microphone to present another edition of to present another edition of the program inside District number 13. It is our responsibility to talk about the issues the people are confronted with. So before we go into our talking points, let me acknowledge those who are following via the live Facebook feed. Let me acknowledge those of you who are following via the live Facebook feed. We have Mema Lasbon Sando following from Badger Fighter community. Yeah, so Amos, we do appreciate you for following. You are one of the regular followers on this platform. You are one of our regular followers. So we say hats up to you. We we urge you to share the video so it can reach to many people as it can. Um, there are a few things that happened while we were away. There are a few things that happened within the district. Um, there is this issue about the Stoughton Creek Bridge being used as a ghetto. That particular place has been used as a community. Those of you who live around the Stoughton Creek, you will definitely know what I'm talking about. When I am talking about the Stoughton Creek Bridge. If you are coming from Jimmy Carr Road towards Battery Factory, coming from Jimmy Carroll now to enter Battery Factory community. So the bridge you pass by, hmm, before getting to Battery Factory community, that bridge used to be used as a community. That under that particular bridge used to be used under that particular bridge was used by a lot of disadvantaged youth as a whole community. We sat on the microphone. We shared that to national government. It was then the former president George Manuel at the time, sometime last year when I make a stop right at the Stoughton Creek Bridge, and then I thought to make a stop there, not just a stop, but to make my way there to go and see what people don't know, what people normally talk about. There are a lot of occasions, on several occasions, people talk about the bridge being used as a home for disadvantaged youth, those who you can be referring to as Zogos or whatsoever name that some of you call them. So I make a stop under the bridge, and then there were a lot of people I saw. I met the CEO of the ghetto that is there. I mean that was there. So when I met the CEO, I had a conversation with him. We talk. Boss man, what is the issue? Why are you having group of young people right under this bridge? And and what are you guys doing to see how best these people can be transformed from where they are to be transformed, and then they can make a positive impact into society. And then what he said was, we look forward to national government coming to our aid. We definitely look forward to national government. And I ask him a few questions. How you think national government going to come to your aid? When people are speculating that you are using this place to harass people during the late hours, most especially around 11, 12, 1, 2 o'clock in the morning, you are using this particular place to harass people. You are using this particular place to intimidate people, to jack people belongings, to take things. Imagine someone struggle a lot. The person struggles a lot to buy a $10 phone, 10 USD cell phone. And then only because the person is using that bridge to walk, the Stoughton Creek Bridge. And then you within yourself now who classify yourself to be a disadvantaged youth, who just feel within yourself that is the best life you can live. Once you are living that life, then it means that you are living the best life. Eh? There are a lot of you who are out there thinking that you being a disadvantaged youth is it is it is it is a moral for you, it is important for you, it is okay for you to continue to live the life in which you are living. And that is not it. If any one of you who are in that particular life, who are struggling, or whether you are struggling with it or not, you have to see reason to reform yourself. You have to reform yourself and be a better person that society will depend on tomorrow. You have to be a better person that society will depend on tomorrow. You cannot continue to live the same life you are living, being a disadvantaged youth. You look at yourself, whole human being. You go to an open place. You don't feel bothered by the cold, the infection, those diseases that you're going to encounter there. You don't feel bothered by it. But as far as you are concerned is, you want to live under the bridge. You want to be living under Stoughton Creek Bridge. So at least our course, youth fruition, there were a lot of calls we placed the national government, despite the former ruling government, the former governing party, CDC did not do it. They did not. They did not. They did not take actions against these guys who are using the bridge to harass people at night, and even at times early in the morning. The guys use the opportunity to harass people, beat on people for their belongings. But at least under the stewardship of under the stewardship of Abraham Kurman, when Kurman was the LDA boss. Just in recent time, he became the LDA boss, and then he's currently on a suspension. Under his leadership, at least they did their best. They did their best to see how best they can take that entire place from over there. At least the guys did well. They took that entire place from there. And then now when you go on the Stoughton Creek Bridge, you will have something there in the form of a substation for the Liberal Justice Enforcement Agency that they are stationed right under the Stoughton Creek Bridge. So that is good of the government that whatsoever place you have in these guys who are harassing people, doing the worst of things to people at night and even during the day hours, it is important that government take serious action. If government does not take action against these people, at the end of the day, we will continue to experience the same old thing we've been experiencing. So that is it. Hats up to the Liberian Justice Enforcement Agency for a job well done for at least clearing that particular place. So it is not just the end. They have to continue to do it all around the country, not just the Stoughton Creek Bridge. Let them go to the Gilbert Tucker Bridge, the Stephen Tower Bridge, the Simple Bridge. Let the government go there. Let them try their possible best to take all of the guys from there. Let them do it. The government can do it. There is no the government does not lack anything like a capacity, human capacity to do so. The government can do it. Take these people from the streets. The government has the ability to go ahead and do so. Let them take these guys from under these bridges. These guys are in a constant habit of harassing people for their own belonging. Imagine someone struggle a lot to buy something, and then at the end of the day, you come from under that bridge, you take knife, and then you say, if you don't give me the knife, I'm gonna block your stomach, I'm gonna choke you, I'm gonna do this to you. Imagine that, for God in heaven's sake. So that's it. At least people can walk on that bridge very safe and sound today. People can move on the bridge as late as 11, 12 a.m. in the morning. But before, you don't dare try to pass on the Jamaica Bridge, which is the Stephen Tower, which is which is the Stoughton Creek Bridge. You don't dare pass there. Don't try it. An attempt for you to try it, to say you're going to pass under the bridge, at the end of the day, you will have yourself to be blamed. At the end of the day, you will experience serious problem for yourself because the guys will have no alternative or no option with no pity. They will want to wound you severely. So at least the government did well. They have changed that place to a substation, and at least they are using that place. Those just enforcement agency officers that are there, they themselves they shouldn't do what the guys were doing by taking in these substances. No disrespect to any one of you in the force, but you people shouldn't do what the guys were doing. So that's it. And we move to the next issue. There is this situation about the Bajafati community going to election. I don't know when this election will be held. I don't really know when this election will be held. There's a serious there is a problem in this community. I want to believe there is a problem, and there is a problem because we have been informed about it. So there is a problem that I will not talk much about it because next Thursday we're going to have few people from Bajafati, representatives from Bajafati community who are going to be in here, and then we're going to have a conversation with them. We will have a conversation with them, asking them what are the issues, what are this thing about election has been resolved, or they are still in the electionary process of their community. Because which one of the community on this earth, which one of the community on this earth that you supposed to go to election? The first thing here is the first person who was serving the position as elected chairman of the community, Joseph K. Uate, his tenure elapsed. His tenure got expired. And I was able to see a portion of their community constitution that says the chairman should govern the community for 2 years. After 2 years, you transition the community to another leadership, meaning you have to create a pathway for you to go to election, and after the election, you must have a winner. So, 2021, the then chairman got elected, and then 2022, 2023, supposed to be election. That community should have gone to another election in 2023, but then there were some issues. The community chairman, the community secretary, all of those people who were serving position of the community, there were issues. There were rigmarole, there were hula baloos, and then they structured an election committee. So that election committee that was structured You had the likes of William Brown, Peter Singway. There were a lot of guys who were there, but what went wrong or what did not go wrong at the end of the day, that whole process ended under the carpet. And up to present, Battery Factory is operating on interim leadership. That community has a very good record of operating on interim leadership. It is not the first, it is not the second, it is not the third. That particular community has a good record of operating on interim leadership. On several occasions, they have had a lot of interim leaders. The likes of Jimmy Toe, the likes of Ramses Sedi, the likes of Mr. Grisby. There are a lot of people. The late Myers, the late Oxford T.S. Myers, he served that community. He served as an acting youth, as an acting chairperson of the community years ago. So we can say we are practicing democracy. Oh, this country is a country of rule of law. There is democracy in our country. There is a democracy in this country. We are practicing democracy. Liberia is a country of rule of law. But then at the local level, democracy is far from us. We are not thinking about it. In fact, we don't care. We don't even care. We don't even want to know. We abuse democracy. These are things that remain in some of us. We when we exceed to the national level, these are some of the things we want to do. And if you look at Africa, this is something that happens in Africa. This is something that happens in a lot of country within. I mean, this is something that happens in so many of our of the African countries around the place. Of the African countries we have, of these African countries. Hmm? Now, how will people go to election? They elected you through a democratic process, and then for you to create a pathway for the people to go to another election, it has become an issue for you. To the extent you were voted out, and not just voted out, but a vote of no confidence was passed and it was accepted by the elder council of the community that you were governing. Hmm? Then you want to tell me these are some of the people who just a community leadership. You don't want to turn power over. You never wanted to turn power over. The people have to rise up against you. The people have to take some decisions, some actions against you, stage protests all around the place, reach out to the elder council of the community before you could before they could make you to be an all-state chairman. And at the end of the day, you have had a very bad record. That is this is the kind of a country we find ourselves in now. And then you will find some of these people, they will be talking to people who are in national government, who are occupying positions in national leadership. But you just at the local level, when your term has expired, you don't want to leave. That is the tendency some of our people have. And that tendency remains in some of us. We go at the national level, we don't want to relinquish power. These are some of the things that are happening in Africa. You go to other countries in Africa today, Burkina Faso is a military leadership there. You go right here, Guinea Conakry, we are experiencing the same thing. You go to Mali, we are experiencing the same military junta. You go to Niger, the same military junta we are experiencing there. Some of these things start from a little stage. We take these things for granted. We overlook them. At the end of the day, we want to blame international community. At the end of the day, we blame international people. At the end of the day, We are shifting blame on other people who are participating into our politics. But we don't want to shift blame on those who we elected to these positions. If we are to shift blames, it should be those who we put in these positions. So, Patrick, you have to go to another election. In fact, there is another leadership that has been set up already, and I have few issues with that particular leadership that has been set up already. But we are still corroborating the information at the back. When we shall have completed our investigation at the backstage, we will come right here and tell you how this person came to the position. Hmm? You know, we have to grow up from that particular mentality, and then we have to leave from one stage to go to another stage. Patrick is one of the oldest communities along the Somali drive. But at the end of the day, when you elect someone, or when someone has been elected to serve a position, when the person turn, when the person turning, or when the person term to govern the community expire, they don't want to leave the community only because there are few things within the community that the community is benefiting from. You don't want to leave the community. Who are you? Why should you continue on that path? You have to and you must. The people use the democratic means to elect you. You were elected on a democratic principle. Through democracy, you were elected. And then you lost the election. Or, sorry, you did not lost the election. You got inaugurated. You start to govern the community. Out of a sudden, the time for you to leave the community stage, the time for you to leave the stage, you become adamant. You know, good dancer will always know when to leave the stage. A good dancer who doesn't know when to leave the stage will get the audience in a boring stage. They will start to stare at you. They will start staring at you. What is the issue? What is the whole on with this, with this dancer? So good dancer will always know when to leave the stage. So that's how it should be. So to those of you who are in leadership of that particular community, it is about time you put your all there, you put your best, and take the people community to election. I was told it is one Facebook Kuman who is the acting chairperson of the community. Mr. Kuman, it is about time you do your best, not just your best, but you have to put everything into it. See how best you take the people community to another election. That community is too old. That community has a lot of resources. At the end of the day, you found noise in that place. That place just looking like a diamond creek. You have a lot of resources in that particular community. So at the end of the day, the tussle will not finish. At the end of the day, you will find people fighting each other. These are normal things, these are common things. It happens. In as much these things happen, does not give room, does not create the fight that we should continue to do the same thing we are doing. So you have to carry the people community election. So the newly appointed chairman, Mr. Fizu Escoman, we are watching you. We wish you the best. We definitely wish you the best. We know that yes, you're going to carry. I mean, the people in the community knows that yes, you're going to carry the community election, and we are here. We are watching you. Don't feel we're not watching you. We are watching you. We know what you are doing on a daily basis. So wish you well. So we move to another point. Um, Schools are about to open, and parents are crying. They are finding a lot of difficulties or challenges in paying their children's school fees. So, those of our parents, it is about time now. Those parents who were seeing something last year during election process, during election periods, it is about time. Those of you who were campaigning all around the place, you bought your own t-shirt for politicians in this country. It is about time you go to them, go to their houses, tell them my son is not in school. School is about to open. I don't even have money to pay my son first semester fees. Go to them. Let them be able to help you. The same way they came to you a few years ago asking you for your vote. It is about time because they are not making what the people expect, what the people expected. The people expectations are yet to come to reality. So to those of you who are struggling, who are thinking on how can I get money to go and pay my son fees, go to those politicians who came to you a few years ago. They were begging you, we want you to support us. It is about time too. You go to them too. Tell them, boss man, I want you to support my son. My son want to go to school. I want to send my son to school, but then I don't have it. Or what I have is insufficient for me to send my son to school. Hmm? Tell him. If you go there, you tell him you won't burn. This country will not burn. If you go there, you tell him. The same way they used to come to you on a daily basis, they're calling you masses. They're calling you the chicken green seller. They call you the pepper sellers. Oh, these are the dejected masses. These are the slum dwellers. They found all the fun adjectives, all the beautiful adjectives. Those adjectives that those adjectives that does not sound very well in the ears of others. These people normally use them. They were using them on a daily basis to mesmerize you, to cajole you. It is about time you go to them and tell them what I gave you, you have to make a return. Do not wait for another election before you go to them with your children problem. Because this is how the country has been created now. You see politicians who you elected to go and represent you at the House of Representatives. They are the same people who today you have to go back to them because most of them don't really care about putting money in the budget for those public schools within the district, to put money in the budget to build public schools. We can depend on this one, William Gilbert Colette. We do agree William Gilbert Colette is a public school. Yes, we do agree to that. But on the other side, there is a need for another public school. There is a need. There is a need for another public school. We need to get it. There is a need for it. This is seriously unacceptable. We can't continue on this path as a country. The whole district will just get one public school. When that public school is filled up with students, you have to think about maybe going to another school or maybe you have to wait for the next academic year. So so we just hope for the best. We just hope for the best. So that's it. Those of you who are the lawmakers or politicians, you have to see reason in helping these people. Our parents are struggling. Our parents don't have money to send some of our brothers and sisters to school. Even some of us who are young people who voted for you during the just ended elections were shouting at our friends. We insulted our friends. We abused our friends. It is about time you do a payback for them. You have to do it. It shouldn't be only a lawmaker. It shouldn't be only a representative or a senator. Or it should just be a minister. No. Those of you who contested, despite you won the election or you did not win, you have to do it. You have to. You have to contribute your little to some of our parents who are out there struggling to get money to send their children to school. So that's it though. Those of you who are struggling to send your children to school, that is my little advice. Now we move to another point, and the city is getting filthy off. Mayor Safar, you have to step up a little bit. Despite you are doing a lot of good things, you have to step up a little bit. Right at the Chocolate City Junction, there is a huge pile of dirt. There is a huge pile of garbage there. So, in as much Mayor Safar is doing well, he needs to double off. He needs to do more than what he is doing. So, if you get at the Chocolate City Junction, that place, that place is very bad off. Those of you who coming from Central Monrovia, the moment you pass the Stoughton Creek Bridge, you pass the Baja Faja community and other communities, you're gonna get right at Chocolate City Junction. And then just look at that place. In fact, it is hazardous for us. Those stink things that people dispose right along the road. You see, I don't know. We will take our garbage from our homes, come and dispose them right on the road. We go to other countries, we don't do these things. We don't dare do them. We don't dare do it. We leave from our country, we go to different countries. We don't do it. In fact, we are afraid. We don't even want. In fact, we leave from here, we go to different countries. We don't even want to be seen as arrogant or as uncivilized people. No, we will we will try our possible best to put out the best posture. We will try our possible best to present ourselves as the cleanest people on planet Earth. But then when we come back to our own country, we don't want to do it. You will see some people walking in the street, they just take plastic bag. After drinking a plastic or a bottle of water, you just dispose it right on the street. And then you want the country to be developed. In as much the mayor is trying his best or he's yet to do some things, it is also our responsibility as citizens of this country. We can get all of the educated people in this country. Once we don't bear in mind, once we haven't bear in mind that this is the only country that we cannot be deported from. This is the only country that this is the only country we have. So there is a need that we develop this country. Hmm? So that is it. Mayor Sefa, you have to visit the Chocolate City Junction. That place is not really okay. You really have to visit that particular place, that particular Chocolate City Junction. You have to visit it. It's not in a good position. It's not in a good condition, rather. That place smells filthy. I mean, that place smells stink. The stinchness from that particular place. And then you find the worst case, you find people sitting right by the garbage, selling food. There are a lot of people there who sells on a daily basis. You find motorcyclists, they are parking right by the garbage. They don't care about what they're going to be affected with. They don't care about what they're going to be affected by. Inhaling a bad smell. They don't care about it. So we hope Mayor Sefa will take that into consideration and do what he's supposed to do as a mayor. Koji was here, Mayor Jefferson Tamakoji was here. He did what he could do. He served as the mayor of the city of Monrovia. He did what he could do. And then people say he was not. People say he responded by saying he's not a dumper hero. Another man is yeah. Let's see how Shafar going to end up. But you still need to do more, Mayor Shafar. There is a need that you step up. Right alone is Somali job. You have to step up from there. And then the last talking point, then we will go to the phone lines. Our people are affected. You know, there is this attitude within most of us that whenever we go to buy a land, we don't care about carrying experts. We don't care about involving the Ministry of Public Works, the Ministry of Lands, Mines, and Energy, Liberia Land Authority. We don't care about that. We just go. We pay for our land anywhere. Once we have the cash, my man. Once you are a Liberian in this country, you have a cash, or whether you are not a Liberian, you are from different country. Once you have the cash, you just go and then you just purchase a piece of land anywhere you think, eh? Or a lot or an acre of land. The reason for which I'm saying this and involving the Ministry of Public Works and other government ministries and agencies within the country, because these are the ministries that are responsible for some of these things. They have some oversight responsibility over what I want to talk about on land issues. You want to buy the land, you have the Ministry of Public Works, you have the zoning department rather. That goes there, they tell you, yeah, you can buy this place. Yeah, do not put money into this place. If you put money into this place, you're gonna find some difficulties or challenges. At the end of the day, we don't do it. We don't consult people from the Ministry of Public Works. We don't consult people from the Liberal Land Authority. We don't consult people from the Environmental Protection Agency, the EPA. We don't consult people from the Ministry of Lands, Mines, and Energy. Hmm? These are relevant government ministries and agencies we should be consulting when we are about to build our homes. But we don't do it. We just buy the land in the next 2, 3 months or 6 months or a year. We purchase, we start to build on the land and then we build the kind of a home we want to build. And at the end of the day, when we start to experience flood or we start to experience crack on the house and then we want to blame government. There are a lot of situations around the place. People will see the drainage line, they go and build on it. The reason for which I'm saying this, there is a serious situation within district number 13 where people are confronted with a flooding situation within the district. And then I don't know, the lawmaker hasn't spoken about it. He hasn't spoken about it. So uh, I'm really concerned about whether those who are affected by the flood situation within the district, whether they have reached out to their representative, because that is the direct representation of the people who he's representing at the House of Representatives. So they should they should be reaching out to him to tell him what are those issues, the challenges they are faced with in their homes. If you are not a resident of district number 13, just take a walk. We just want you to come and take a little visit, do a run around, just do a round, walk around the place, walk around the district, not just on the main streets, but then go into some of the communities. You see how the people are living there. Go into some parts of the community and see how the people are living there. The living condition of the people is very bad. The people are struggling on a daily basis. You don't even find them coming outside so easily as a result of the flood that has overtaken the entire community. You have someone build their house right within the swamp, and then, my man, if you go to somebody communities within the district, if you just visit some of the communities within the district, the Humphrey Island, the Flagback Island, you know, the the NKK Island. There are a lot of islands in this district. Just take a walk, go and visit the places, and you will get to know how the people are struggling there. You will get to know the challenges the people are faced with. You will get to know how the people commit themselves from one point to another. The people are sleeping in water. Imagine someone will have to leave their bed, wait up, put a lot of bricks under the bed, and then go and sleep on top of the water. People are lying down right on top of the water in their house. People lying down right on top of the water in their houses. And then you have people who are our direct representative. They don't care about it. They are not bothered. The only time you see them coming around showing some level of concern, a quote unquote concern, when they are in need of power. When some of them are in need of power, that is the time you see them coming in with that level of sycophancy. They want to, they are presenting the case to the people like they are in solidarity with the young people. They are in solidarity with those who are the slum dwellers. Like they are in solidarity with those who are struggling, those who are suffering from the flood situation, from the flooding situation within the country. But mind you, the moment some of them leave that particular scene, for you to see them now, it becomes a serious issues. There is a serious issue now. The protocol is too hard to see the lawmaker now. No, yeah, here you come to the lawmaker. Why you want to see the lawmaker for? The man's sleeping. The man's not here. But when the people were in the ring, running ups and downs, you couldn't tell them the representative aspiring is not yet. You will go and join boss man, your people are outside of you. But after winning the election now, the electorates are no longer his people, right? That is the kind of a country we find ourselves in. So this is just the kind of a country we find ourselves in. And generally, this is Africa. We hope to grow from it. And then on the other side, you find people going to build on the drainage line. And at the end of the day, after a few months, we are affected by the water. Where in this world, on planet Earth, you know within yourself this is a drainage line, there's a pathway for the water, and then only because we are so poor, we don't have money, we are less fortunate. We classify some of us we classify ourselves to be the less fortunate. We are privileged to get a spot of land. We just build on it. We don't care whether it's a drainage line. We don't care whether it's an alley. At the end of the day, when we experience a fire outbreak, then we blame the national government. Where is the Liberia National Fire Service? After building on the alley, how do you expect that vehicle to pass to go to the next house that is on fire? How do you expect that to happen? So we have to be very careful where we go to build our houses. Where we build our houses, we have to be very careful. Where we build our homes, even our stores, our shops, we have to be very careful. Whatsoever structure, where you're going to build a structure, you have to be very careful. You have to consult people, those who are expert, those who have the technical know-how, so they can provide and the VAS so they can tell you what you're supposed to do and what you're not supposed to do. Are we doing it? Have we done it? Yes, some of us have done it. Are we doing it? Yeah, probably. Some of us are doing it and some of us don't care about it. Another thing could be we don't have money. Some of our people don't even have money. So there are a lot of things. There are a lot of things that people can be thinking of. Imagine I leave from here. I go to Ministry of Public Works just to meet the zoning department rather, to have a conversation with the zoning department. People are going to be charging me exorbitant money, and then that money I have, why can I use that money to go and buy a bag of cement? It's preferable I go and purchase a bag of cement. It's preferable go and buy a bag of cement or a load of sand, or maybe a load of crushed rock or steel rod. Maybe 2, 3, 4, or 10, 15 steel rod with that particular money because the guy's going to be asking me too much money. In Liberia, instead of the public sector, instead of the public sector working for the people on a smooth basis, it is not that way. In Liberia, there are certain things you want it to be done speedily. Mind you, if you don't have certain connections to certain people, that will not be done. So there are some of the reasons for which our people can be afraid to go to these places, to go to some of the government ministries and agencies, to have a conversation with them concerning where they should buy and where they should not buy. So these are just some of the issues that we have to work on. Instead of the public sector working for the people free of charge or whatsoever fees allotted to that particular work that should be done, it is on the contrary. Just to go and get even a business registry document, a business registry certificate, it takes you sometimes 4 or 5 months to go and get them. We have to change the narrative. Who's the person that going to take this country to the next level should bear in mind that there is a need that this country be changed. Mr. Boca is here. Mr. Boca is here. He has yes in his favor, in his interest. The Liberian people voted him. There were a lot of promises he made to the Liberian people. The Liberian people are still looking up to him. They are still looking up to him. The expectation is still there. Former President George Manneh Weah was here. He did what he could do. There were promises he made to the people. He delivered. There were promises he made to the people. He did not deliver on them. Madam Salif King, she made a lot of promises to the people. She delivered. She made a lot of promises to the people. She did not deliver some. So Mr. Boca is here. Mr. Boca has made, during the election, he made some promises to the people. And is he fulfilling some of them? Yes. Has he fulfilled some of his promises? Not yet. So we cannot judge him at this stage. Those of you who are the politicians, I think it is your responsibility now to start judging him. But we who sit behind this microphone, we will question him, we will checkmate him, we will sit there, we will remind the president and his government that Mr. President, on this day, you said you are going to do this, you are going to bring heaven to earth. And where are we now? Huh? So that's it. And the numbers to call is 0778 39 57 12, 0778 39 57 12. You can keep your calls coming through 0778 39 57 12. And then you're going to be live on the show. So while we are with your calls, let me take this short break and and
Welcome viewers, wherever you are following our broadcast. This is how I'd like to officially welcome you to Inside District number 13 on the District Premium platform. Foca Online TV. On Inside District number 13, we bring issues as it unfolds within the district. We place premium emphasis on issues District number 13 is confronted with. On Inside District number 13, we afford the opportunity to market dwellers, street vendors, keke riders, taxi drivers, school principals, school proprietors, students, and the disadvantaged youth. I am your host, Mohammed Kanneh. Join us every Thursday from 5 p.m. to 6 p.m. for the program Inside District number 13 on Foca Online TV.
Augut TV. Bringing you innovation to broadcasting, news, views, comments, and analysis of issues happening in Liberia and the rest of the world. Augut TV, with check and balance, we bring it as it unfolds. Augut TV, bringing you face to face with newsmakers in town. Augut TV, the best online platform in broadcasting. Augut TV, located at
Alright, so welcome back, Foca TV, the best online broadcasting platform located at Topo Village. So welcome back, folks. This is how we like to say welcome back. And if you're just flipping in, this is Foca Online TV, and you are watching the program Inside District number 13. My name is Mohammed Kanneh. Better still, you call me Mo Kanneh. So, all right, so folks, we are so sorry for the break in. We are very sorry. I will sincere apology for that. Yeah, we are faced with some technical problem in the background, so we definitely apologize to every one of you. So so this is how we like to come to the end of today's edition of the program Inside District number 13. Alright, so folks, this is how we like to come to the end of today's edition of the program Inside District number 13. So do have yourself a pleasant weekend, And before taking a leave of you, I'd like to say congratulations to Grafina Korispa. You will be you will be you will be graduating tomorrow from the Stella Maris Polytechnic University in the nation's capital, Monrovia, with an associate of art degree in accounting and that of management. So congratulations to you, Grafina Korispa. So to every one of you who tune in and listen to me, I'd like to say thank you to every one of you, and do have yourself a pleasant week as you go ahead. Do have yourself a pleasant week, and hope to see you next Thursday, same time.
Focal TV. Bringing you innovation to broadcasting, news, views, comments, and analysis of issues happening in Liberia and the rest of the world. Focal TV, with check and balance, we break it as it unfolds. Focal TV, bringing you face to face with newsmakers in town. Focal TV, the best online platform in broadcasting. Focal TV, located at Topo Village, Somalia Drive, Liberia. Be the part and